Welcome back. It's Track Talk here on Sports Radio 810 WHB, brought to you by McCarthy Auto Group. We're live from the McCarthy Auto Group studio here at RacinBoys HQ. And earlier this week, Kirk Elliott had a chance to talk to Larry Dixon. Larry Dixon is not running full-time NHRA. He's doing some match races. A lot of different things going on in his career. He's going to be down at the racing display down at the World of Wheels this weekend. I believe that is today. And Kirk Elliott had a chance to talk to Larry Dixon earlier this week.
Joining us right now is a three-time world champion in NHRA, Larry Dixon, who is with us. He's going to be in Kansas City this weekend, going to be down at the World of Wheels. And Larry, appreciate you joining us here on Track Talk. How you been doing?
Doing well. Thank you. Like you said, we're going to be at the World of Wheels show later this afternoon. Before that, we're actually stopping at on the North Kansas City Menards store, trying to pump up the event out at Heartland Park, over in June 7th through 9th.
What have you been doing lately? What's been going on?
A little bit of everything and not a lot of anything. So it's doing a little bit of match racing. I still got our complete Top Fuel operations all turnkey ready to go. Normally it's, well, how come you're not on the tour? Well, because it takes a tremendous amount of money to be able to go into each and every event. So we're still looking for the sponsorship to be able to do that. I'm definitely not independently wealthy. Got all that. The car runs on nitromethane, but you got to be able to run that nitromethane. So we do a little bit of match racing with it over the summer, and some of that, and just doing a few TV things as well. Just announced last week that I'm going to be co-hosting Grudge Race. It's a show that's on NBCSN, and it's we go into a local track, and normally there's a couple people there, a guy and a girl, or a couple guys, whatever the case, and you have a best 2 out of 3 match race, and it's all in fun. I mean, but at the same time, the stakes could be emotionally tied. We've seen somebody take a cutting torch and carve the winner's name in the other guy's fender, and somebody else racing for a hood so they could put that hood up in their other shop. Like, yeah, we raced and beat that guy and got his hood. So kind of one of those deals. So I'm really looking forward to that. Start filming in the next few months, and then it will air on NBCSN in the fall.
Now let's talk about the Menards NHRA Heartland Nationals presented by Mentees. That will be a different date this year. It's in June 7th through the 9th, after Memorial Weekend this year at Heartland Motorsports Park. That's a track yourself you've won twice in Top Fuel. Just kind of talk about Heartland Motorsports Park and some of the memories you have at that racetrack.
Yeah, a lot of memories. I could go back to when I was crewing on Don Perdome's. I was there crewing on his funny car when we raced there. So lot of memories from going to that racetrack, and got to see a lot of barriers broke, a lot of records broke over the years. I'm a fan of the sport first. Seeing Joe Amato and Blaine Johnson and just different people. You talk about LaHaye and Colettas,
right.
And that's before I was driving. So it was really great to come to town and see this. Drive through the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden it's like you come up on a highway and you've got this oasis of a drag strip. That had this facility built, with a road course and everything that it's got, and having drag racing included with it, made you really proud to be a part of the sport and have the city behind it, and the state, for that matter. So it was really cool. Glad that got new ownership, and they're very aggressive and very proactive, and want to see a great event, and want to see big thing. So, being able to come in and even doing interviews like this and promoting the event, months out like that.
Chris Payne and his group have put a lot of resources into Heartland Motorsports Park. They got another project here just right down the road over on the other side of Kansas City here in Missouri, I-70 Motorsports Park. Chris Payne building a quarter-mile drag strip where the old I-70 Speedway was. They're going to have a dirt track there as well. That's a big project too, isn't it? That big for Kansas City after losing KCIR here about 10 years ago. I think it was about 8 years ago now.
Yeah, let me tell you, there's way more stories about tracks closing than tracks opening. So to see somebody come in, again, being a big racing fan and being very proactive and building a drag strip and then, letting the Kansas City area be able to have options on the racetrack. If you're a competitor, what's really cool is you're not just at one track. Now you got a couple options to be able to run, both facilities on different dates. The fact that the ownership's the same, they're never going to put two big events on the same weekend, so they'll stagger it, and it's really good. And I think it'll give other people options. And from what I understand, it's going to be more of a grassroots type track. So I think that will cater to the sportsman racer and the street crowd as well. And being close to Kansas City like that, it should be a no-brainer to just be able to go there and either watch or air it out with your own car.